Hello. Well, I went to the gym, and it was the smaller gym that I was telling you about, which I really didn't think I was going to like because it was too small. But as it happened, there was nobody in there, and one person came in halfway through, and he just stayed in one corner doing and minding his own business, and so it didn't make me feel too bad. It's really small. It really is smaller than I remembered, actually. It's almost like, like when somebody has got a home gym, but like a really nice home gym. It kind of reminded me of something like that, like you see on these programmes where they go around really nice houses and they've got a basement with a gym in it. It's kind of like that. I didn't overdo it. I made sure I did my stretches, the ones I could remember from before, because they haven't got any posters up in this place. Like in the old gym, there are posters up for different stretches, so if you couldn't remember exactly how you've been shown to do them, it was there for you to look at. So I had to kind of really try and think back, like 3 years to what I used to do. I didn't overdo. I have a tendency to overdo it because I feel like I have to push till I'm almost collapsing. Otherwise I feel lazy and like I'm not doing enough and I'm just rubbish. And I thought, I'm not going to let myself think that this time. The fact that I'm even there, is a bonus. That's a one step forward. What is the point of almost killing myself on the first time there and hating it and not wanting to come back? So I thought I'll just take it easy. But I really surprised myself because, rewind, say not even 3 years ago, say 6 years ago when I first started trying to lose weight and get fit, ready to have a baby. I hated it. I mean, seriously hated going to the gym. Would cry in the car park and not go home. I'm ashamed to say that there were even times that I just kind of splashed water on my head and sort of made myself look a bit ruffled and flustered and came home and said to my husband that I'd been to the gym when I hadn't. I'd sat in the car park and cried. And just drove round for about an hour and then went home, which is awful, isn't it? Like he'd have said anything. He would never have said anything at all. He would have just been supportive. But I just felt ashamed of myself that I didn't go in. And then when I did go in, gosh, those like arc trainers or the what do you call them? Like the cross trainers. I couldn't do 2 minutes. The very first time I went on that, I couldn't do 2 minutes. Could hardly breathe. The bike, absolutely. I mean, I still hate the bike, but I managed about 2 minutes on the bike, and the treadmill. Obviously, wasn't running on it, and I managed, I think, about 5-6 minutes on the treadmill, and I just could have thrown up. That's how awful and unfit I was. I just assumed because it's been 3 years since I last went to the gym that I'd be the same this time. But then I suppose, that was 6 years ago. By the end of 3 years of going to the gym, I was up to, I could do an hour on the treadmill. I even managed to run a little bit, if you could call it running. I don't know if you've seen that episode of Friends where Rachel tries to jog. It was kind of like that, but even worse, because I'm so big as well. If you could couple that with the sound of when a dinosaur stomps and it goes dum dum, kind of like that on the treadmill. But I was doing it. I'd give it a go. But I could do an hour on that. I could do an hour and love the cross trainer. That's my favourite thing. And I could probably do an hour on the bike, but I absolutely hate it. So half an hour, 45 minutes was about tops for me. So I thought, I thought this time round it'd be going right back to the beginning again. And it turns out muscle does have memory. Because I could have gone, I only did about 15 minutes on each of those things and loved it. And I know I was only at like a lower level than I'd got to in the past, but I felt like I wanted to do more, and I actually had to stop myself from increasing too much, because again, I didn't want to overdo it and be aching all over the next 3 days and put myself off. So I like the fact that I've left wanting more. I did all those 3 things and I'm quite happy. I did quite well and enjoyed it. I did some of the weights and I really enjoyed those as well. It was just remembering how to sit. I wish I could just have beamed the guy who trained me in the other gym to this gym to just run through it one more time with me, just to refresh my memory, because I couldn't quite remember. He tweaked a few things. I couldn't remember exactly how he tweaked it. But, you know, I've got my husband to ask, because as poorly as he is and as much as he's trying to get his, for him it's about mobility now, because he's struggling to walk. He's in pain constantly. He does need to lose a little bit of weight. So his reasons for going to the gym this time round are completely different. It literally is to try and be in less pain and to be able to walk a bit more freely, about loosening up and things like that for him, and to lose weight. But as well as being a fireman, he's nursed, and he's also a fitness trainer. So he knows his stuff, but it's just hard, isn't it, listening to somebody you love telling you what to do. Or if they, I know I'm a bit weird, because if somebody tells me something and it makes sense, I kind of get locked into that, and that's no way to be. And I am trying to be better about that and chill out. And, you know, I know that there's more ways to do things, but it's like recipes. If I'm following a recipe, I don't freestyle it. I don't add bits in. I'm only learning to do that now. I don't know. I'm kind of odd, but I'm trying hard not to be. So I really need to listen to my husband as well, because he really does know his stuff. The only thing is, he definitely wants to do things his way and won't kind of tweak it for me or my ability that much. Because he knows what works. After all these years, he knows what works. He knows what I can do and what I'll try and get out of. But I don't know. I think I listen better to people who aren't people that I love. It's not awful, but I'm going to try and be good and listen to him anyway. So yeah, it went well. So what I'll do is I'll put a few photographs up of my first session and show you what the gym looks like. I weighed myself 15 stone 10, so it's obviously gone up since the last time I weighed myself, so that's a bit depressing. So I'm starting from like a slightly higher, like if I'd have started the other week, I'd have been starting at 15.2, so now it's 15.10. Must do my measurements as well before I start, and take a few before pictures as well. So that's it. I'll keep you posted on how I'm doing, or how well I'm doing or not. We'll see. I hope I can do it. It's half term this week, so obviously the baby's not in preschool and I'm not in work, so we're going to take it in turns going, and we'll see how we get on there. Wish me luck. And I hope I don't. The other thing I'm worried about it is because I'm not really aching yet, but I know it'll probably come. I'm hoping it won't, because I did the stretches before and afterwards, and I cooled down as well after each thing. But I'm also worried that because I know I'm not at full health, I'm frightened of using the little energy I've got and then making myself more ill. I'm hoping that won't happen. But anyway. And I'm going to have a look at more smoothie recipes as well, because I did see some, I noticed, but I didn't look at them because I didn't need to, for pre and post workout smoothie drinks. So I'll have a little look at those, and if I find any, I'll post them on at some point. Bye for now.